Hi, everybody. Sorry I'm a little late. Getting ready to come on and started choking. Anyways, I'll give a few people a chance to come if they're coming. If not, that's okay too. I will adjust this stuff. Hi, Melissa. Welcome. Today, I thought we'd do a pop-up live here. Hi, Buckeye girl. I just thought we'd do a pop-up live. Liz, please go away. My dog wants to tear up all my craft foam behind me. Oh, there's a big one there. Leave it, please. If you got it, leave it. Go lay down. Always, huh? Go away, please. I had a spirit. My dog wanted to eat it, so I better steer it, right? Okay, let me get this out of the way, out of his sight. Okay. So, sorry about that. I'm unorganized. Kind of, sort of, a little. I'm making a creative sign. And I already semi-started it, but I have 2 to do, and they're both different. So I wanted to show you guys just about how I'm going about it. So welcome. Hi, Brooklyn. Welcome, Brooklyn. I have not forgotten. I'm waiting for my package to be delivered to me, and I will send yours off because I bought it with some other ones that I got, and I'm excited about getting them. In case you're wondering, Brooklyn won the contest I had, and we're looking forward to sending her prize. Today, what you will need is, once again, we're just going to use the basic acrylic, which I got it all underneath my nails, acrylic paint. These are the 2 ounces. You can literally get them at Walmart for like 50 cents. Also, you will need a piece of wood. Let me grab this one because this one already got paint on it. I'm just using basic wood as my canvas. And watch out, baby. And I have a stencil that was a Christmas gift from my little red. And we're going to go ahead and use the stencil. And I'm going to show you guys how I got to this point before we continue. So I'm going to go ahead and lower you down. So watch your eyes.
Ruth says, good evening, ladies.
Hello, Ruth. How are you? Okay, I hope you guys can see. My blouse is full. Okay, so what I did is, once again, I have my wood. I haven't painted the back yet. I will. And I have the sign that Red gave me for Christmas. And I wanted to use the creative part on it. And I wanted to kind of get it even, but I didn't want to be so picky that I'm measuring every little bits and pieces of it, because I didn't want it to take off so much of my life. I wanted to be creative and just go for it. So what I did do is I took a piece of tape and my handy dandy spear, and all I did was measure from both sides with the spear, marked it with the black so I can get the just of where it's at without getting a ruler. And then I went ahead, because for some reason I don't have a ruler here, I put a piece of masking tape down on both sides to equal where the black is on this. Ouch, and I stabbed myself. Then I went ahead, and I only want the creative part of this sign. So I went ahead and I just kind of eyeballed it, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But what I did do to make sure it kind of does semi-be even is I went ahead and I taped it from the bottom, which is the straightest point of my wood, because I can't cut straight with nothing. Remember, I can't do a straight line. That's me. So I went ahead and I just applied tape to hold it down at that level. Now let me turn it back around here. We're going to go ahead. The first thing I'm going to do is, let me tell you, sorry. Over here, I have a little, oh my gosh, I can't think of my life of me what they're called. It's like the little palette. Well, it's a palette. Well, you put all your little paints that all this would hold. And I forgot the finger hole. I just realized that. How dumb is that, huh? We'll have to put that in. So please remind me. And I'll put a little mark down here so I don't forget that I needed to do that. We're just going to add it. We'll just say, no, if I'm holding it. Mine's in the back room. I can't remember what they look like. So we're going to say it just goes right about here. We're going to put just a little mark here and forget it. And go on. So knowing me, I actually would be holding it backwards. So that worked for me. And on the other side, I just etched in. I don't know if you guys can see them. But I just went ahead and pre-etched in a couple little paintbrushes and a paint can because I was debating this side. I also thought about a flower. So that's all I did here. So we're going to pretend. Oh, and then I painted the whole kit. The wood is just solid black, you guys. So we're working on black.
Ruth says tired. Been raking leaves for 3 days now.
Oh my God.
I enjoy watching you and friends.
Oh, well, thank you. That's a lot of leaves. That's unreal. We had a storm hit here, a freeze storm. And I'm like, yeah, it ain't going to hit here just like always. And it did. And I did not cover my one favorite plant. I got one plant, one responsibility. And I didn't cover it. Needless to say, it's half dead. And I probably had it about 20 some years now. And, well, I messed up. So I'm hoping I did not totally kill it. So the first thing we're going to do is I want to paint this line. I never, ever, ever done this, guys. We're going to try to do what they're doing as a two-tone. So the top, and then it will blend into the bottom into a different color.
That's kind of what I do with my nails sometimes.
Yeah, that's what Red does with her nails. You're right. I do not have that type of brush anymore, thanks to my little dog, because she found it and ate it. And I can show you. See, she ate it. So this is kind of useless to me right now. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to use a regular brush. And we're going to see how we do with that. Remember, I've never done this before. And so we're going to go ahead and we're going to start with the top. I'm just going to put paint on it and take off the excess. And just kind of get some towards the bottom. And all I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and press down, use my finger as a base like always. And so can you guys see this? Let me pull you a little more this way. Okay. Use my fingers as a base to hold this down since I do not have the proper paintbrush. If it fails, well, we'll just walk around that, right? So here we go. Wishful hoping, right? We're just going to come from the top, stroke down. That's it. We could always go back and redo this. I'm going to just put that there and stroke down. That's all we're doing, okay, guys? Stroke down. Whoops. So I do the biggest one, right, without no paint on it because I just dabbed it. We're just going to kind of bring it down a little. And we're going to go ahead and stroke it down. And I'm only going about halfway, you guys. Usually I go down because I don't have the right kind of brush. I'm just hopefully remember to remind myself to go down, not up. I'm going down because that's basically...
Hi, Sherry.
Hi, Sherry.
Eloise.
Who?
Eloise.
Hi, Eloise. I hope I said it right.
Dorothy.
Hi, Dorothy. Welcome, you guys. I just got paint in my hair.
Ruth says, having really nice weather here. 74 yesterday and 77 today and 80 tomorrow.
Ooh, very nice. Very nice. It's been pretty cold here. Very sunny, though. We're cold. Well, today. So we'll go ahead and we're going to just follow down. I know it's round, so I'm going to kind of follow around with that. And once like I said, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't because I don't have the right kind of brush.
Hi, Patty.
Hi, guys. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Patty and Claudia, you said? Okay, and we're going to stop halfway. Welcome, you guys. We'll go ahead and go to the E. So remember, I know I always say down, but since this is an E, we're going to go ahead and go from the end, one end to the other. And then we're going to go ahead and go from the top and bring it down. And I'm not going to fill it all in. And we are going to go ahead and take this E from the side over. Now I'm going to go ahead and take a break with that. Grab a different brush. Let me see if it's... Oh, it feels good.
Hi, Grandma Jackie.
Hi, Grandma Jackie. Welcome. So now what we're going to do...
Gwen.
Hi, Glenn.
Gwen.
Gwen. Welcome, guys. We're going to go ahead and get the white acrylic paint. I got to get new paint. Someday I'll be able to. I'm going to wet my brush just a little. And I'm going to add some white paint on it. Once again, try not to get it all the way up your paint brush. And we're going to go ahead. We're going to hold down all sides where we're at. And if there's a definite line where you can see the two, that's okay. Who?
Jen.
Hi, Jen. Jen. And once again, we're just going to wipe down. Remember, I do not have the right kind of brush. So we're playing this by ear. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, oh well. We'll just work on the butterfly until I get the right kind of brush. Okay, so there's our E. Oh, excuse me, our C. And we'll go down to our R. I'm using my hands to place to push this down and hold it down because this is not the other type of stencil. I am not blessed to be able to afford that. But that's okay because I'm very blessed and very grateful for what I got. So we're going to go ahead and continue with our R. It doesn't have to be perfect, guys, because we're going to be working with it. So it's okay if it's not perfect. We'll go ahead with our E. We're going to catch up where we left off and bring it right down to the end and then right across this way or that way, once again with the little E. And I can tell you that probably ran right there, but that's all right. We go ahead and pick up some more. Oh, we don't need the white. We need to go back to our blue. So let's go ahead and pick up our blue and do, whoops, almost picked up white. And let's go ahead and go back to our A. And come down with the A. I'm just coming down, nothing fancy. I should have had my hand there to guide me. My A, we'll go ahead and get this little thing, go to the side or go out, however you can do it. Then we'll go ahead and pick up our white. Once again, I've never done it like this, but I figure, what the heck, let's try it. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's just something to go on my wall anyways. At least that's what I'm hoping to be able to do with this, unless I don't like it or it sells. This all depends on whatever God brings forth. Go ahead and pick up our blue, which actually is more of a turquoise. I really love this color, guys. My Red and I, we were planning on painting the walls in here olive green and gray. I'm becoming extremely fond of this color. So this will probably go in my art room with the purple somehow. Maybe I'll paint a scene on the wall. I don't know. Okay, so and now I don't know if you guys see this. Let me move this over a little more. Bear with me. And pick that up a little so don't ruin my thing there. Okay, lower you guys back down. In case you're wondering what this is, that's my little hanky. I ran out of napkins. I ran out of everything today. So we'll go ahead and go right across here. We're going to apply our T, and just once again, we're going to hope that it's within those lines because it's just not the fancy or stencil. And the other stencil that we're going to look at and use, I actually got at a thrift store. You guys, look at your local thrift stores. You'd be amazed how much stuff you can get new or upcycle. I know a lot of people don't want to use things on something they're selling someone, and I totally respect that. But there'll be a lot of new items still in regular wrapping, the regular containers they were in. So let's go ahead and grab the white. And we're going to go ahead and come up to our T, try to hold that down just a little, and wipe on down.
Hi, Monica.
Hi, Monica. Welcome. We're trying something new, Monica. Let's see if I make it or not. Who knows? We're going to try. Give it a shot. Remember, I'm always coming down, and there I just went up, which is something I don't normally do. Try not to anyways. Reason why is it comes up. So we just don't want to go up and down. I don't have the right kind of brush. So we're just going to try to hold this down the best that we can. You probably won't get to see this line, but we'll do that. And then we'll come over here and do this. And we're just going to do the best we can with it. If it bleeds, it bleeds. We will fix it from bleeding, the bleeding part if it does. And we'll do our E, which is our last, and then we'll, whoops, go down, not up. What am I doing? And then we'll get the little side here. Okay, we're going to quit with these paints. Put that in there. Set that aside. I'm going to turn on my little heater, which I probably should have had on anyways, because we got two, whoops, move the open paint out of the way of the heater. We have two open projects, I hope you guys can hear me, that we're going to be doing. So while this dries, let me pick up my computer. Sorry guys, I put the little thing underneath the computer. And then you can do one or two things. Let it dry first, or just take it off. And I figure, what the heck, if it worked, it worked. If it doesn't, well, then we figure it out as we go. So we're going to remove it. Nice and as careful as I can and up. Try not, once you move it, don't let it fall back down, because any paint that ran through will hit the design you already have and just go ahead and get that off. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and set this aside. Hopefully not on top of the board I'm going to be grabbing. Well, that's not too bad, guys. I mean, we got some running spots, and we're going to fix those. But I am going to let it dry before we attempt to fix them for the simple reason I don't want to spew it everywhere. So we can go ahead and set this aside and bring out our other design while this one dries. Okay, and I probably should have put that table where I can actually reach it, right? I am pretty short and very weak. I cannot pull that if my life depended on it. So we're going to do a couple of different things here. I gotta grab one more stencil, guy. Gotta wait for me. Let me set that out of my way. Okay. With our other wood here.
Brooklyn says, great job.
Oh, thank you, Brooklyn. Okay. Remember I said thrift stores, 75 cents at my local thrift store. And here we go. I think it had 2 in there, and I took 1 out, or 3, something like that. All kinds of things, huh?
That guy just came out.
Which one?
I don't know. He's learning DSL right now.
Okay, no problem. Well, welcome. So what we're going to do is this wood here, I'm going to go ahead and scoot you guys this way so I don't knock you off the table. We're going to paint this, and I was thinking many different things at once. So what I'm going to do is grab blue. Where's my wall? Oh, here it is. I'm actually going to grab the darker blue because I always seem to do light. And we're going to grab the white and the open blue we got. So what we're going to do is go ahead. I have a dozen paintbrushes. I don't know if you guys can see this. Got me spilling water. They're all inside a cup of water. And none of them got really rinsed out. So we're going to go ahead and grab a brush. What's my favorite brush? I know it's in here. It's the ugliest looking thing, and it's my absolute favorite. Oh, reliable, right? Okay. See, I mean, you can't miss that, right? And what we're going to do with this one, so this can dry while we get back to the other one. Whoops, what am I doing? Come back here. My background, we're going to turn it into a blue, but I think I want more of a darker blue. I am going to take a lot of the paint and just throw it on here. The reason why is we got the whole board. Now, I'm not exactly sure. I want to say this is a 10 by 12 or a 10 by 10. I don't truly remember. All I'm doing is going back and forth. I may not even add the white. I may just leave it this color, which is kind of cool looking. So we'll just go ahead and we'll pick all this up. I got a few things that we're going to add to it. It really isn't paint, but who says it always has to be paint? Unless you want it to, then you're welcome to do it your way. So I'm just going back and forth, you guys. Not making straight lines. I want the details of the lines. So we're just going back and forth. Nothing fancy. Only thing I am trying not to do is get paint on my blouse, and I'm sure I will. So I shouldn't even try, right? I'm going to have to go clothes shopping. I'm covered pretty much everything in paint. Oh well. So anyways, I'm going to make me a apron. There we go. Yeah, I need to. So anyways, okay, we just went back and forth. We got this covered in paint. It's actually drying faster than I can cover it because of the heat right there. So now our next step is to say goodbye to this for about a minute or two. You guys, you can always catch the size 2, which I probably really should have. But since it is drying, let's just go ahead and do that real super fast here.
I'm sorry if I butchered your name. Luana?
Luana, welcome. I hope I said your name correctly.
Brooklyn says, love the blue. And hi,
thank you.
Anne-Marie.
Who?
Anne-Marie.
Oh, hi, Emery. Welcome, you guys. I appreciate you all being here. So I got this little brush here. I know you can't see what I'm doing. Let me pick up some paint. That's my problem. I ran out of paint in here. Let me get some more. It says it doesn't take too long to dry with my heater here. We're just gonna go ahead and pat this right down here. And you can always do the sides or the bottom, however you want, just to give you guys an idea. If we do it on the top, do it on the sides to kind of hide that, especially if it's not going in a frame. And if you're going to put it on a wreath or something, you may accidentally, once you decide what you're going to do, you may want to go ahead and paint the back too. Especially if it's going on a wreath, because who wants to see that compared to that? So, I mean, it's just prettier color. So we all going to wait on the rest of the blue on the edges.
I made it.
Yay, welcome. So we're going to go ahead and wait on the rest of the blue and just let this dry.
And Linda says, good evening, ladies.
Hello, good evening. Welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you guys want to make it. I know some amazing artists and crafters were coming online, and I've been waiting all day to do this. I had an opening, so I thought I'd grab it. But at the same time, I know who's online, so I'm like, oh no. But that's okay. I'm having fun anyways. So we're going to go right back to our little thing here. Okay. Excuse me. Get some of my brushes clean. I was just stuck in water. Which is never leave brushes in water because they ruin them. We'll just grab a couple of these little brushes. I want this one here. We're going to use this to try to... Now, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm not going to hate myself if I can't get it to go as well as I want. All I'm going to do is make a loop where I think the round part should have been. And just go from the bottom, or excuse me, the top of it down. Loop it. And then I'm going to go ahead and go from the bottom up. Now you can see how far out that was. But who says the words can't be bigger, right? No one. We'll go ahead and come from the top down. We're just going to increase that a little bit. Bring it right in there. And loop it in. It just gives it a little different design. Usually what you do on top, you do on the bottom. But in this case, I think it kind of gives it a little character, so we're not going to fix this. We're going to leave this one as is. I'm going to go ahead, since I still got the blue, I'm going to top off my all because it did not catch. And we'll just give it a little down. Right down. And you notice how I went out. It's not straight. We all know I can't do a straight line. If you want, you can actually, hi Sue, welcome. You can actually connect these letters, which I've actually been debating because I really like connecting the letters. So we'll go ahead and go over our E. We're just going to kind of go from the top, bring it down, and pick up. Bring it down and pick up. I'm not going to try to fill in all the black that's showing because I rather like it. So we're going to go ahead and fix the E. If you decide that you're going to connect them, I'll go ahead and connect them. If you decide you're going to connect them, you guys, just go ahead. You bring it from the outer in. So in this case, from the outer part of the E, and you connect that little border there and just bring it in. Now, the reason why I want to do that is, one, to show you guys. Two, and I am dyslexic. So when I see breakup in letters, it's extremely hard for me to read them. And so... or to even attempt to pretend I can read them. I can't even do that. So we're going to just go ahead and connect these, since this is going to go into my art room. That way I can enjoy it and not kill my eyes and wondering why I made it that way. And turn my heat down before I die of heat stroke. There we go. It sounds like Grandpa's dying of heat stroke. So I got my E connected on the top. And since I still got the blue, I'm come back to my whoops, way too much paint. Whoops, okay, we'll do it right there. Always don't want that big old lump on the end, guys. We'll go ahead and go from the top out. So basically I'm coming from, whoops. I don't want to touch that. I forgot it's wet. I'm coming from the outside to the circle, to where that connection should have been. And then we're going to do more of the details in there, so you'll see why it's kind of crucial to do that. Oh, I just saw a brilliant idea. Mm-hmm. Funny how my brain works, guys. We're going to let it dry, and then I'm going to do my brilliant idea. Who knows if it's brilliant or not. So my A, I'm just simply going to connect the two and come down here. And I'm going, this time, I'm going from the... Oh, come on, get down there. I went from this end up because A is always a little odd. And we're going to go ahead and just try to straighten it out just a little right there. If not, I'm not going to kill myself over it. We're just going to move on down the line. We'll go ahead and connect our T. And I got way too much paint on this tip, and that's a no-no, but that's all right. We'll pretend it's not there until I make a mistake and wonder why I didn't fix it, right? And now I'm going from the bottom up only because that's where my end is here. I don't want to run them into each other, the two colors. So I'm going to go ahead and I am going to connect my A, the little line here on my A, from one end to the other, and I'm just going to stop. We will finish all the details here shortly. It is hot. Oh, my heater's still on, no wonder. Sorry guys, that has to go off. Oh, thank you. At night it gets really super cold here. And now we're just going to straighten out this T right here. But until it gets super cold here, I die of heat stroke. Okay, now one thing I noticed, and this isn't my error, is because of the way the T actually was on the paper itself. It just really looks off, guys. I don't even know how to explain why it's that way. So we're simply going to add to the side where it's longer and it shouldn't be. We can go ahead and make that side bigger. Come from the top down and pull up. Now remember, it will be two colors. So we're going to go ahead and stop there, and we will pair that when we get to that color. And now we have to wait on the B because that's with white. With the last E, once again, from this out part, bring it down and in. And once again, I got too much paint on my brush, but that's all right. And bring it down. Any comments, Red? No? Okay, that's fine. And bring it out. Oops. And I'm going to go ahead, take off that excess paint. And I'm going to try to straighten out my little curve here, my E. Just didn't quite want to be there. And we're going to say, forget it, good enough, because keep trying to make it crooked, I'll roll it. Now we can go ahead and go back to our R and our C, and since we decided to connect those, we must connect these. We don't have to, but I'm going to. And once again, I'm going from the end part. When I say the end or the top, the end I'm talking about is from the straight line of the R, because it's a circle, and then I'm just pulling out. So it's easier not to have a ton of paint on my brush, to come from this end and catch my line and then pull it around. Which I can't see it turn because of my brush, so I'm going to have to pick it up. And so we're going to actually do it the opposite way of what I always tell you, only because I can't see that little loop. Otherwise, I would definitely stick to my routine. Sometimes you got to break the little rules when it comes to painting and get what you want. Okay, so we'll go ahead and finish our R from top down. And we cut it. And notice the R has this funny little leg here. It's kind of like the A did. We're just going to go ahead and just bring it right down and connect it. It's okay. And let's connect our C, and then we will do our other little areas while this stuff dries before we get to the lower half and add our details. So on the C, I can't really turn my wood here. My table is too small. I'm going to pretend this is my top, even though it's not, and just pull it around. Hi, Jacqueline. Welcome. Pretend that's my top and pull it around because I can't see it, guys. And I can't switch it. I just wish I had a bigger table. But we're going to pretend it's good enough and go on. Put my brush in there. Now, to fix these, we're going to go ahead and just let it dry for a minute. Because I do not want high. I want very low. Thank you. I do want my nibbles to dry up a little. And we're going to go to the fun little guy that I've been wanting to do. Notice the bottom half didn't get any paint when I actually originally started to paint it. Pac-Man, I know, huh? That's actually what they do look like. Surprisingly enough, yeah. Yeah, I think I might have mine backwards, but I would hold it backwards anyway, so I'm going to leave it that way, just because I would probably be holding mine that way. Excuse me. And go ahead and get my white. What we're going to do is we're going to paint a palette, and it's a creative, so we do want to go ahead and...
Oh.
What happened?
I thought it was Pac-Man.
Pac-Man.
I did not know you were painting
Oh, that's silly. I do have a lot of paint on my brush, which usually is a no-no. But since there is that little bridge there, I'm just going to try to do it all at once. The bridge there, I didn't get painted because my tape was there. But that's okay. But now we'll just go around and we'll just do what we can. See what we like about it, what we don't like about it. Don't like it, yeah, fix it. Doesn't have to be any sort of way but your way. Now there is a lot of extra. I wish I really could turn this. I'm going to try. I gotta move this, guys. Hang on 1 minute. It's so much longer than where I would be. There we go. Hopefully you can still see this. And I probably have paint all over my face. That's okay. So I'm going to pick up too much paint, but that's all right. We'll go ahead. Really, guys, it's not okay to have a lot of paint. So not on your brush because it does go to waste. You do want to keep it within a brush or perhaps half down.
Hi, Sissy.
Hi, Sissy. I love you, baby. That's my niece. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get it a little more here to hide that line that I have there. Because I did pre-semi-draw this. Pre-semi-draw is the correct word for this one. I had to get some water on my brush. Sorry, guys. My paint's drying up. Okay, good enough. And we're just going to go like that. Just so I know I have enough there to catch my edge. And go for it. If it makes a mistake, who cares? We'll fix something to make it look better. And there's too much paint on this brush. Before I noticed that I had it down. So we're just going to go ahead and try to pick up what we can. What's so funny, Red? It's just a joke? Okay.
I just find it hilarious how stupid people can be. I saw something online.
Oh, you saw something online? Okay. Sometimes people can be silly. It's okay. So what we're doing is we're just going to pick it up, pull it down, because I do want to catch those lines that I had there, because otherwise it just, I have to go back and paint them white or black. Hey, how's James, Sissy? How's Dawn and how's James doing? How's his ribs? James is my brother-in-law. Is he still there?
Yeah.
Okay. Wasn't sure if she heard me. He was so sick and he was coughing so hard he actually broke his rib cage. So been pretty worried about him. Of course, they only live about 2,500 miles away from us. 3,000? Oh, yeah, 3,000. We moved. Duh. I forgot. My bad. Okay, so remember my paint is old, you guys. So I'm going to get all these lumps in it. And you know what? We're going to say that's okay. Because we're going to use that to our advantage. Okay, let me pull that down. And we'll just go ahead and pull that through. I'm going to turn this on just a little. I'm going to hate myself for a few minutes here. I had a hair tie, but I lost it. So anyways, just enough to dry this a little here. It's a little thick, so I want it to dry just a little if I can. Okay, give me a couple of these brushes here. I'm going to take, we're going to have some fun. I'm going to take some purple.
They're good. He's still out of work for a couple more weeks. So.
Oh, poor guy. Well, I'm glad they're doing better. I'm going to add some purple here. Just for fun, we'll take purple. How about some pink? Remember, this is a palette that we made on a little sign. So we're going to put some color in there. add some color to it. And we're going to put orange. May turn out to be mud. Okay, well the orange will not be coming out on that. It will be coming out on my table. And we will put it way over here.
And Sissy said it's only like 2,300 miles, I think.
2003? 100 miles. That's still quite a ways. I miss you guys. Oh my gosh. I miss my family. Anyway, so we're going to go with what we got here. Some of our family. Yeah, me too. Anyways, what I'm going to do is, since this is the palette, I'm going to put some fun colors in here, and I don't care if they work perfect. Like, you know, how everybody says you have to have one kind of color, make sure it blends perfectly. I'm not after that. I'm after fun. So we're just going to add some color. And pick up my orange that I had to blot out on my page. And there's my orange. Get rid of my brush.
Sissy said, miss y'all more.
Miss you guys too. I am picking up a lot. The reason why, I actually want them to look like they're nice and thick. So by adding a little extra paint to it, it will give you that thickness, like you just put it right on the canvas. Clean that off. Okay, let me add, we got to put the hot pink on there. And if you want, you can also add these colors in your canvas itself, in your words and stuff. And since we do have those certain colors in our wording, we're going to make sure we have that color on our little easel thing here. Let me pick up some of the good part of this paint. So once again, I am picking up the paint. I'm trying not to get those long strims. That's because the paint is old. But I do want to get enough on my brush that I can just throw it on there. And we'll make it look like it's all nice and lumpy in there. It's okay if they mix, because I'm not putting this back in here, except for the bottom. Because remember what I said about wasting? Let's not do that. And now it's okay to mix these, because we'll make it look like they were being mixed together to make a color somewhere. Let me get rid of that. Where's my brush go? I let go of it. Never let go of the brush you're using. We got a ton of brushes in there. And we're going to add, so we did our purple. See, I almost made a mistake. Let's add some dark blue just because we can. And let's put it right here. And nice little hunk of it. And we'll toss this out. I probably should have saved that extra paint. That was kind of dumb. I didn't save that paint. And then we'll go ahead and go and add yellow, because it just needs something to set it off. Now, you guys, the colors I used in my little palette here, and I will fix this little finger part, find out exactly where it's supposed to be and refix that. And then I'll post the finished product later so you can see that. I'm going to add some yellow in here because I want some of the brightness. And the colors we use here, let me save, because see how far up? That's total waste. Let's save that. If I can. Maybe I can't. My bad. Okay. Put the lid back on. We're going to put some of those colors there. Now we know the basic color. We know that yellow and blue will make a green. So let's go ahead and kind of blend some of this together. Like we paint it and we'll use it as a green. There we go. That's all we need to do. Just a little. Clear that off. And let's go ahead. And we know blue and purple. I'm sorry, blue and red. Oh, we ain't got no red. Must have red. Who? Hi, Robin. As in my Robin? Okay. As in a group Robin. Okay. Robin, my sister's name is Robin too. So that's why I was asking that way. Welcome, by the way. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take a hunk of our red. And I'm going to go ahead and put the red right about here. Now, I do remember I have a finger that's an area that has to be open. You save that red. I don't want to be too wasteful here. Set that aside. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up some of my blue. Act like I really am painting something. And I'm going to pick up my blue that I have here by my yellow. Just going to pick up some of that extra here. Bring it over by my red and kind of blend it. Just give it that little dirty, muddy look. But in reality, this is purple. It's a darker purple than that one, depending on how much of the blue or how much of the red you use. So it does make this real pretty little purple here. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's kind of a dark purple. So we're going to go ahead and call that good with that one. So that's our little palette. And I'm not going to add no more because, like I said, I can't remember where the extra hole goes. I do have to search that or go get mine out of the back room and look at it, right? And you tell I don't use it often. I use my table. And we're going to pull a little guy right back around here. Let me show you guys something. See this? This is very important. This is why you should never do what I am doing presently right now with my own brushes. This is why you never ever leave brushes in water. It ruins your brushes. It starts to eat the paint of your brush and turn it, well, they fall off. And then you get this ugly stuff. And it can break into your paintings and stuff like that. So you got to pick it up. Okay. So there's a little lesson for today. Not what not to do, which I am presently doing, as you can tell. I have a ton of brushes in my water. I know you can't see that. You can probably hear it. Now I'm going to find my favorite small brush because we're going to go to the opposite end of this. You know what? No, we're not. We're going to set it aside. It's doing good, but there is a lot of paint here. What happened?
I don't know, some guy's live streaming Fortnite.
Pop into my life?
Yes.
How interesting. Well, if he's still there, welcome.
No, you just
Pop to him. Odd. Okay, we're going to go ahead and let that one dry. And we're going to start this.
The computer just went to his live stream. I don't know.
That's interesting. I don't even play games, so I wouldn't even know what game it was.
One that every parent hates.
One that every parent hates. Okay, I don't know what that is. I'm going to go ahead and cover up some of my paint, guys. Oh, I can turn this off since I moved my
Hi,
thing.
Beverly.
Hi, Beverly.
Robin
Welcome.
Says, be right back.
All right, Robin. So, we all probably still end up using these, but I didn't want them to dry out. Okay, I actually think I am allergic to my paint, to be honest with you, in case you guys ever wonder why I do this. But it's not going to stop me. Okay, our next thing I wanted to do with this one is I have these borders and I never use them. I never even took them out until now. I wanted to see what they look like. Because I have a butterfly. Honey, can you hand me that butterfly? I want the big one. We probably won't. Oh, they'll use it. It might be inside the box of this. No, this is it. Thank you. Yeah, I know that's not good. That's totally wet. Okay, so I wanted to see the size of this butterfly. Yeah. And the size of these. I just thought it'd be kind of cool to see what a border would look like. So we're going to make a border. We can always do our own little design later or tear it apart, however you want to look at it. I'm blow you guys just a little. I hope you guys can see this. It has like this little pretty border. Uh-oh, yeah, you need to turn that in. So I just want to look and see if I like it. And the only one I actually would like for that is this. We're going to take advantage of this, and my phone's going off. And don't worry about it, guys. I don't answer the phone. I hate phones. Oops. I am not a mechanical person, as you can tell. My phone will go off a million times, and I'll be like, oh, how do you answer this? So if anybody ever calls me and they always wonder, why does she say that every time? It's because I really don't know how to turn it off. Because I don't pay attention to them. The kids do, and to me, that's just enough. Okay, so what I like is I just wanted the tail border. So I'm actually going to take this section, and I'm going to put it in all four corners. This is a dark blue, and we got a butterfly. So I think we're going to go ahead and combine whatever color I can find. First color I see that's open, other than white or the dark blue, is this pink. I think that pink is too dark. So you know what? We're going to go against everything. Who said we have to have color? We're going to take the white. We don't even know what this will look like because I've never done this. I'm going to wipe off my brush. I do wish I had the other type of paint brushes, but we're going to do it this way this time because this is a really thick brush that maybe by doing it like this, hopefully it won't ruin my brush. If it does, my bad. But they eventually get ruined anyway, so it's all right. We're going to see what that does. This is a real thick stencil. So we're just going to see how that looks. Pick up extra paint. I am putting it on my hands. Pick up that extra paint and just push it right in there. See how that goes. And all I want is, see, I just went out. No, we're going to take that little tiny piece there too. That's part of that little border. I do have to be careful because I don't want that section. So I'm just going to dab it. I'm not painting any sides up or down. I'm literally just dabbing, guys. And we're going to see if it works. If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. One good thing about doing it this way, one, it's very, very thick. And if we don't like it, it's only this section. Wait till it dries, cover it with paint. Nobody knows the bloody difference, except for us. And up. Ooh, that's kind of cool. What do you guys think? And wipe off the easel with the extra paint on it. Okay, so we're going to get little borders because I'm going to put my little butterfly on there. But I think instead of all 4 borders, we're going to go ahead and just do 2. So we're going to do top and the bottom. So I am placing it literally on the corner of it.
Tammy says, hi, can you join?
Hi, Tammy, welcome. And we're just going to take the white, you guys, to the opposite end. Oh, what am I doing? I didn't even look at my brush. That's an absolute no-no. I'll put it on my hand. It was literally clumps. Okay, and we're just, and once again, I don't have the right kind of brush, so we're just going to dab it. Whatever we get, we get. I just want to make sure that I get all of the same pattern that I have on my other one on this end.
Tammy says, shared and liked.
Oh, thank you, Tammy. I appreciate it. Yeah, you guys, if you wouldn't mind sharing and liking, it really helps us. It helps us stay on so we can teach more, and maybe someday when I start selling, get business, stuff like that. We're very appreciative. Let's go ahead.
And she put her business name in the comments.
Oh, yay. Thank you, Tammy. Yeah, you guys, like Tammy did, she's Ginger Recent thing. Feel free, if you have a business, please feel free to put your business name in there. We will come and look it up and see and like and share your pages. And if we already have had it, do it anyways if you want. Put it in there. Might be somebody new that doesn't know about your business. And it's just, let's keep sharing the blessings. And we go ahead and we get all these little pieces. Once again, I am just dabbing it, you guys. So it may not be perfect, and that's okay. I do hold it down tight because I don't want it to smear if I can help it. I'm going to pick up one end, then I'm going to let go and pull it off. And it's not bad. It kind of pretty much matches the other side, so that's a good thing. I'm going to wipe this off and get rid of it. Okay. I do have to turn on my heat just for probably 1 minute, guys, because I want that to dry, because we're all going to put our butterfly right here. I do have a different butterfly. Red, would you mind looking in my box there? It's actually a whole butterfly that should match this whole thing. Is the one I was after. While I'm at it, let's get rid of some of these things. Yes, there it is. I knew I had a big one. Thank you. All right, we got our big butterfly. You guys, okay, we got to wait for a second. I want to tell you this. Let me bring it up so I can talk to you and not talk to my hands here. Watch your eyes. I'm sorry, you guys. I guess people had to go, and that's all right. See how cool this is? I know it's a butterfly, but let me show you what I saw. Okay, without these up here, this is how my brain works. You see that? There's a praying mantis face there. Okay, and then you can add your little things, whatever. A praying mantis. And Grandpa even pointed that out. But you know what else I saw? And I also want to try to paint it like that without this though. I saw minus these. Totally take these away. Right here at the head, just slightly bigger. And this will be hair coming down. I saw an angel. Wouldn't that be kind of cool? So even though it's supposed to be a butterfly, there's no rules that says it absolutely must be a butterfly. So the only rule it is what you see something to be, and oh my goodness, do it. You'd be really surprised how wonderful something different really is. I'm gonna lower you guys back down. Now that I got a runny nose here, sorry guys. Oh. Okay, so I think that was really, really cool. This I'm gonna just say is dry enough, and we're gonna go for it. We're going to place our butterfly here just to see if I still want this butterfly. Because now, oops, let me pull it over a little. Now we have our edges. So we want to make sure it stays within our guide. And it will, but we also want to make sure it stays basically semi in the middle. We don't want it overwhelming. Oh, excuse me. So we got this going, and I see all these other wonderful things I can see in my head going on. And I keep seeing other things. So we're going to toss him aside, even though red was all on the floor. Nice enough to get it for us. And we're going to go back. Hi, Teresa. Welcome to our little butterfly here. And, you know, I think we're going to go ahead and use this instead. But we're going to add to it. We're not just going to just keep it the stencil. So let's go ahead and we're going to grab a brush. I'm going to go ahead and grab a semi-decent sized brush. Once again, I do not have the right kind of brushes. So we're going to hope for the best. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. That's okay. That's life. And as you can tell, I didn't clean it last time, but that's okay too. Because we are actually going to make this yellow butterfly. Where's my yellow go? We're going to switch it. Because I already got one the other way, and then I added things to it and switched things out. So we'll go ahead and switch this while our easel is drying over there, our little palette. It's looking good. And I'll go ahead and pick up some of this paint. And we're going to just do our butterfly. Once again, I'm going to use this hand to help brace it, hold it down a little, as well as this one. And I am going to go, I don't have the brushes that go like this. Okay? So I am going to go ahead and brace it and just bring it down. Bring it down, bring it down. However it works is how it's going to work, and that's what we're going to get. And we will work with it. Just bring it down. All you have to remember is where my hands are right now. Do not move your hands, meaning this hand. This is what's supporting this until I get that far. And then we will reorganize or readjust our hands. And we're just going to go ahead and bring this in here yellow. You can dot it or pull it down, however you want. This will probably go over, but if it does, that's okay. Okay. Now I got to place my other hand. My heater just came on. I'm sure you guys can hear that. And we're pulling in. And then we'll just go ahead and move it around, pick up the excess paint. I've got to move my hand so I can get this. And there we go. I may regret doing it this way and being a little more careless, but sometimes we just all. Go ahead and pull down. And pull down. And pick up my excess paint. I'm going to go ahead and bring the excess paint over here because we're going to have to fill it in again anyway, so why not? And we'll just do it like that. Get rid of my brush. Now I'm going to grab it from the bottom, and I'm just going to pull it up. Release my fingers on that side and left. There's our butterfly. Not too bad. What we got now will be awesome to work with. And we're going to go ahead and set this aside. Let it dry for a second. We're all going to put the flower here. But while this dries, we're going to check out this one. Love it. I actually really like that. Cool. We're going to set this one out of our way and bring this guy back. Even though that, oops, I broke the cup. Get rid of this for a second here. Okay. Now, on the bottom part of this, we had a way, let me see if my brush is clean enough to use, to combine these. And all you do is the exact same thing, you guys. I hope you can see this. Can you see red? Yeah? Okay, good. We're just going to go ahead and combine where they are missing. We're just going from one side to the other, and we're going to connect it. And my paint is drying out. I'm going to add a little bit of water to my paint because it's been sitting under the heat. I know there's a mistake here, but we're going to fix that too. So I'm not going to worry so much about it. I'm going to go ahead and focus on just fixing our C. And bottom and pull. Paint on a very tip, you guys. And we're just going to pull. We're not going to worry about what side to do it from, because we just want to combine this. And this is driving me nuts. It's a little teeny, that's way too much paint. I didn't like. Just that little teeny tiny thing did not want to let me have it. Okay, I got it. So now, we'll go ahead and go to our next E. And we're just going to combine them. And once again, for those that this came on not too long ago, this is just a real simple stencil that Red got me for Christmas. And I love it. I just want to take the creative part off of it. So we just simply did the regular stencil, is not the fancy one. And I can't really say the name of the other one. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Those that do it, oh, congratulations, by the way. It's awesome. I am so someday going to be able to invest in that. Okay, so my T, we had to make the T fatter because it just did not look right the way the top was on this T compared to the rest of the T. So we're just going to go ahead. I'm coming from the bottom up because I can't see. My light's dying in here. And I'm just going to pull from the bottom up. And make sure I pick up white and not the purple I was getting for. And it does have to be fancy because there's other things that will be done to this. And we're just going to go ahead and circle this up a little better. And I probably just messed it up. That's okay. There we go. We're just going to blend it right in there. And we got our V. The V is real easy, guys. Just connect from one end to the other. And just go all the way down. Now when you get to the bottom, since it is kind of round, just push down, pull up. And you got it. Now we got our last little E here. And I got too much paint on my brush, but let's just do it anyways. Take some of that off. And just push it down and pull. Not going to do anything else to it just yet. Going to let it dry for a second. Literally, that'll all it takes. While I mix my brushes here. I'm going to pull out this one, and unless it's already on the floor there, on my table. Oh, here it is. And we're going to pull out two of my brushes and move this away from my computer. We're going to pull out two brushes here. I don't know if you guys can see them. I hope so. And this one here, we'll come to the other side of our little creative thing here. And we have brushes that I put here. There's a brush here, and a paint can. The one thing I really don't like is a paint can, but we're going to see if we like it. Now, remember the colors we used in here that wasn't in the sign? We kind of want to blend it in. So what we're going to do is, remember we had the purple and pinks and blues. We're going to bring that over here. So what I'm going to do is, my paint brushes are usually blue, which is right here. For some reason, I seem to get a lot of blue paint brushes. And we're going to go ahead and grab blue on a brush. And we're going to make the one standing up blue. I know you can't see it. It is already pre-drawn now. We're just going to go ahead and pull down. Let me bring it more this way. There's absolutely nothing fancy about this brush, this drawing. So you guys, it's just thrown in there. What it is, it is. And by the look of it, we're going to have to lighten it because it doesn't show too well against the black. But we can take our blue, put it right here on our table. We're going to grab some of this white and put it right next to that. We're going to see if we like this better. We'll just lighten it. Mix the two colors by where they conjoined at and work them through. And we're just going to go ahead and we're going to make this all blue. And go ahead. Much better. Shows up better. Okay. And some of the other color is going to stay on there, which is awesome. And then we don't have to worry about it. We'll bring it down. We'll just kind of go off the canvas or wood, and that's all right. This is our little brush. This upper part, we'll make it a little lighter right here by that piece we had there left over. And we're just going to add that right through here. This is the part that's going to connect our little bristles. And I know I'm going to have to change out my brush here. Okay. So go ahead and pick this up. This color. It's a smaller brush and get in these little tiny things. Loop it around. Pretend it's perfect. And though it's not. Because we don't want perfect. Hello, Miss Mellon. You may not come up yet, baby. I'm sorry. And we're going to bring it down. And once again, just keep pulling from the top to the bottom. And kind of twist it out. Honey, you're going to get paint. You're going to ruin everything I just did. And you're going to be multi-beautiful colors. And then we're going to have to try to cut your hair again. And that sucks. Your hair is finally growing out beautiful. Thank you, baby. Miss Mellon's our cat. She's something else. She is a rescue, and it took us over a year to get her hair cut off. I'm not some it was terrible. She didn't trust anybody. Person that treated her the way they treated her. It breaks my heart. So my white one here, my bright white brush, I'm going to use the lighter blue that I have been using on my tip. And I'm just going to come down here and kind of connect it so they just have a little design. Pick up my darker blue and right about here where my brushes connect with the next step of that, add that. Okay, now we're going to do our bristles. Let me pull my stay. If it falls, my wood floors will be colored. That's okay too. It really is. People that know me know I'm really serious. It's okay. We're going to go ahead. We're going to make them white, even though most likely the bristles are not white. And too many brushes. So I really like the white. And we're just going to go ahead. We're going to give it this little round in here. Kind of like this. We're just coloring what was already in there, you guys. And by the time we're done, we're going to have several colors in here. And that's okay, too. That's exactly what we want, actually. Kind of straighten it out just a wee bit. Come down. I'm not trying to make it smooth. I don't want it smooth. It is a paintbrush. And the paintbrushes, the only time I ever see smooth paintbrushes is when I first get them and take them out of the package, and then that's the end of them. They are no longer smooth and beautiful anymore. They are loved and used. So we'll go ahead and we're just going to do this little, oops, I wonder why I'm having problems. All that paint on my brush. Shame on me. And go ahead and loop it around and pull it up. There we go. Okay. Now, okay. We'll go ahead on this one here. Remember the colors we got here. So I think we should go ahead. We're going to have to pick up some of the blue. This blue, which I already put away. So we're going to pick up that blue just super, super fast. And the reason why is I just want a tad of this blue. Stop. Okay, good enough. Literally just a tab of it. So that is more than sufficient. We're going to just pull that over here. And I'm just going to bring it. Can you guys see this? Sorry, guys. I'm going to bring it like right through here. And I'm going to go from the bottom up and just put some strokes in there. So that it looks like I have had that paint already in my brush at one time or another. But then I'm going to go ahead and not use all of it like that. We're going to go ahead. We're going to grab another color. And we're going to add some pink in it maybe. Because we still have it over here. And we're just going to go ahead and add that in it to make it look like I never cleaned my brush out perfectly. And we're going to go from the bottom, which is the bottom of the base of where the brush holder will be, guys. And we're just going to pull out. And that just looks like, oh, I still have some of that paint in my brush. And that's okay because that's really what I am after. Let me rinse out my brush real fast. Okay. And we're going to go ahead, come over here. And I think to top off the brush, I'm going to go ahead and take the yellow, just because I really like the yellow. Bring this back so you guys may see it. And we're going to add a lot of the extra yellow, just like it looks like we just got done mixing it with the yellow. And we're just going to add the yellow. So I mixed it, but all my colors did not get cleaned out very well. I'm going to add a lot. And once again, it's okay if it goes out of those lines because little hairs do on these type of brushes. And even though I'm not going away from the bottom, I am pulling what would be the imaginary bottom, you guys. I'm pulling it out. So remember, I want all the yellow on top, and we're going to add...
Sharon says cute and hello.
Hi, Sharon. Thank you. We're going to go ahead and add some thicker paint to it because I want it to stand out. The last paint that we used on this brush was yellow. So we just want to make it stand out. We all know that I never, ever, ever do mine perfect. And that's kind of my whole thing, is to not do it perfect. So we want it nice and thick on it, just like being ready to be used. Go ahead and clean off that brush. So now in that little brush, we incorporated a lot of the colors out of our little palette, which I still have to put my finger hole in. And we'll have another brush down here. We're going to go ahead and find my brush that I just lost. Ooh, dummy me. I left that brush without putting it in water. That is not good. Let me rinse that off. I do have another brush laying down here, paintbrush. I know you can't really see it. It's right here. So what I think I will do with this one is we do have, and bring it back so you guys may see it. I'm sorry if I'm making you guys get a little headache here. We have our pinks, our blues, and purples and orange on our little palette. And on this brush, we put the pink and the blues and the yellow. So on the brush laying down, I'm going to pull out the red to make it really pop. So we're going to go ahead and bring this right back. I'm sorry, I should have warned you about me moving that. We're going to go ahead and find my red. That's my pink. What to do? Oh, right here in front of my eyes. It would have bit me if it was a snake. And we're going to go ahead and pull out this pink. Excuse me, I lied. Red. We're going to pull out the red. Sorry. But when I mean pull it out, I'm going to make this a brush, a paint brush that's red. Okay? Because we just needed extra, something extra. We'll just make this a red brush. And it's a different style of a brush. So I'm just going to kind of give it at an angle and then pull down. I should have got my other brush down here. And we're just going to pull it off because this is a thicker brush. Hi, Kathy. Welcome. And we're just going to put a lot of paint on there. Normally, not so much, remember? But I want to make it kind of thick because I want it to kind of stand out just enough to give it that little difference there. Just enough. I'm going to pick up a little extra here. I'm going to come on this side. I'm going to pull down. This will probably be my favorite brush. This brush would be, I should name it my favorite brush because it kind of looks like my brush once we're done with it in my head anyways. And we all know my favorite brush is totally like basically dead. So we'll go ahead, since my favorite brush has all these colors in it, which that's the wrong brush, I needed this one. We're going to add so many colors in this that you guys definitely can't mistake it for not being my brush. We're going to start off with our white. And we're going to make all little things white. It's a different style of my favorite brush, but that's okay. And we're just going to paint where the little hills will be white. And because of the angle I'm at, it's kind of hard because my desk is not big enough. I'm just going to come down and pull. Red has the cat, so it won't try to jump up here. It's not a bother. I love that cat. But we don't want it to jump up here and get in the paint. And she loves, like Red said, to play in my paint. She can get in it. She'll be in it. Huh? Hi, Robin. Welcome back. We missed you while you were gone. And we'll just pull out that white. Once again, I'm using my hand as a little easel thing. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to bring this out just a little more here. A little fatter. Okay, we're going to leave it like that. Because our next step is we're going to turn this into my favorite looking brush. Which means every color in the world will probably end up eventually in it. And we're going to go ahead right in here. We're going to pick up some of the blue. Okay, I got to get that off me. I had it on to help dry it, but it just has to go off. And we're going to go ahead, you guys, we're going to start from the base of where the brush will connect, so little hairs connect to the brush. And we're going to pull out. And I am going to make this stickle because, as you all know, my favorite brush is like totally just dead right in this area. But I refuse to get rid of it. And we'll just pull some of that through here. And that's good enough. We're going to add some other colors in here. And this brush didn't really get like any style in here. So we'll probably go back and we'll add something. While this dries a little, let's do that now. We got red. So let's just pick up some white on this brush. It's kind of thick. I'll put it up here on my hand. And we will go ahead and we're going to give it like just, I don't know, maybe some little colors coming through here. Because this brush is like so totally ruined. We'll just give it something like that. We'll go ahead and go over to this white one. This one here. We're going to add a little bit of white here and there. Just enough to kind of make people wonder why it's like that. But catch their eyes so they go, oh, okay, there's something added there. We don't have to make it perfect. Just something to make it jump. And on our brush here, see where all the light is. I'm just going to add a little bit of white right through that. Just to make it jump just a wee bit. And we're going to call this good enough. Now we'll come back to this brush. And we're going to go ahead and we are going to give it this little border right through here. Just kind of bring our white around this red. To kind of make it look like there is something else right in there. Even though it's never truly going to show what it is. Because the brush is dead. People that watch this before, they know my brush literally is totally, utterly dead. I laugh every time I think about it, but I refuse to give it up. So, we are going to go ahead, and while this dries, because there's still one more thing we do to our lettering, we're going to go ahead and pick up some purple, nice and thick, normally never thick, but we are, and I'm going to bring it over to my hand, take off some of that thickness, and I'm going to come from the outside up. Wait, nope, I didn't like it. I'm sorry. It comes from where the base would be normally and then out. And this brush will never look great. I don't want it to. This is my brush. And we'll go ahead and pick at that. I know this is dirty, but I'm going to stick it in this pink, which that's red. Oh well, there's red in my brush. We're just going to add it. Normally you don't do that, guys. Always use a clean brush if you can. But I'm just going to pull this out. We'll pull up some more purple through here and straighten this out just a little that way. Make it come more out. Pick up some of this white. I know I'm missing these colors, but that's okay because mine is totally jacked up. We're going to add some of this yellow to pop it. We'll come from the base and pull, base and pull out. Base out, base out. So this is really, truly my brush. Okay. And then we're going to take our white, which I just did another no-no. Always use a clean brush, especially in something that will go back into your container. And we're going from the base, and we're just going to pull some of this white out here, just enough to make it look like there's something there. And we're going to stop. And I notice that on this brush, it looks really, really quite boring. So we're going to go ahead, and we're going to pull out more of the white, just real fast, just to kind of give it like maybe a bridge even if it's kind of just an invisible bridge that would have went here at one time, we're just going to kind of give it that invisible bridge. We're just